Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's Comics episode 47. Yeah, sorry about last week. We had a little technical difficulties, but we're back now. And it's a good thing because now we got all the news, all the show stuff and comic stuff and announcements. It's a lot of stuff. But anyway, I'm your host, Technique. I'm in here with Nighthawk Plays, aka Matt. What's good, man? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. We got a nice, fun, beautiful day outside. It's definitely summer, but I'm excited for today. I mean, yeah. Speaking of last week, growing pains, technical stuff. We all know how that is when it's streaming. For those of you who don't know, it's not the easiest thing. But yeah, I'm excited for today. There's been a lot of news over the past 24, 48 hours with San Diego Comic-Con. Obviously, we got some video game news. I saw you've been playing Multiverse early, which is Multiverses, excuse me, early. I had a lot of fun with that beta, and now that's out there now that people can play. And I'm wearing my Spider-Man shirt for a reason. Oh yeah, we both are rocking the Spider-Man shirt.
I always wear my Spider-Man shirt.
Oh, that
This
is
shit
also
cleans
true.
on my body. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a whole lot. Comic-Con is here. San Diego Comic-Con 2022. We were a little worried about how that turnout was going to be. Apparently, people don't give a about COVID. They're all there, and there are no mask. You know,
You recently
whatever.
actually were just traveling. So was it did it look more like pre everything, or is it kind of like a hybrid from what you saw?
Yeah, people don't care. People are on the plane coughing, sneezing on each other, bro. There's like there was one mask for every 20 people. I want to say
Okay.
but I got my K95, my Korean
Yeah,
built mask.
I got a bunch of those too. Yeah.
Works really well. And it's very comfy, so I wore that bad boy pretty much everywhere. Yeah, it's horrible. People just don't care, man. Like they act like it's not real. And but that's on them. I'll try my best to keep myself in the best way possible. So I test before going, test when I get back, test when I get there. Um, Mask on always, unless I'm eating or with people that's been tested and had vaccination.
Yeah.
So on my trip, we only had like 11 people there. It was very, very private, and
Good. I'm hope it
everyone was
went well,
tested
Melon.
negative. Huh?
I hope it went well, man.
It did. It did. It was great. It was really, really good. It was really good. It's more of like a consulting business trip, but
Okay.
um,
Okay.
the people that were there are really, really nice, and everyone was negative, and everyone was,
Frank,
we
here's
we
my
did not
credit.
wear masks. Huh?
Frank, here's my credit card. I need you to come here
Oh,
and teach me how to be a famous streamer.
oh,
Go.
it wasn't like
No, I'm kidding.
no,
I'm
it wasn't like
kidding.
I can't talk about it, but it wasn't like
No,
that.
I know. I know.
It was it's like a bigger cause type thing.
Good.
But
Oh, I think okay.
yeah, we
Good.
didn't
Good.
have
Good.
masks
Good.
on around each other in a very closed situation. So
Hmm.
if we were in like a room or something where everybody was tested and stuff, and I mean, granted, we weren't sitting right next to each other. We were at least like 4 to 6 feet apart, type thing. So we still took precautions, and I believe no one came back with COVID. And we all tested the moment we got back. I had a tiny little sore throat the next morning, only because I have a fan that blows extremely cold air, and I left it on while I was asleep. So
I feel like every time I traveled, I always used to come back with like a nose or like a throat thing because I always had the AC from the plane like just blasting on me.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
always one of the things. Whenever I came back, I was just like, "Yep." Well,
Mask
yes,
is good for that too.
yeah,
It
it is
covers
true.
your air holes, unless your ears are, got liquid in. But anyway, other than that, yeah, man, it's been good. Multiverses. We'll talk about what we've been doing real quick because we got a lot of San Diego Comic Con. But anyway, actually, let's just go into San Diego Comic Con. Let's do
Well,
that.
if you
It's just
haven't yet,
make
chat, actually, before we go into it, if you haven't yet, chat, make sure to follow this channel, The Comic Show. We've been streaming on here, or if you're on another station listening to us on the podcast, come on over here, follow us here. This is our home. This is gonna be our home, period. So make sure you follow us here, hang out with us here, and of course on Twitter as well. I think if you do !social, it should come up. If not, there's my ad for today.
Yeah, make sure you guys follow. We're gonna be repeating that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, San Diego Comic Con full swing. Looks good. If COVID wasn't a thing, I'd be like, "Whoa, we're back." But like I said, if people take more precautions, but everyone's out there. I got a lot of friends that are on panels that are professionals out there now. It's wild seeing all the peeps grow up in the industry. The people that
Yeah.
you used to watch on TV doing the interviews and stuff, they're all my friends now. It's wild to me. Like all my friends work for IGN, G4, like Marvel now,
I think I
all that
saw.
stuff.
Was
So
one of your friends at the Marvel booth, kind of like hosting it? I think
yeah,
I yeah.
I think Nars was up there as
Yeah,
well.
like the last San Diego Comic Con I went to was 2019, and just thinking back to it then to where it is now, it's obviously it would have grown over the past 2 years, but with COVID it didn't happen. But like it went from not influencer to influencers everywhere now, and
Yeah,
because
I
that's
mean
what it
they're
is.
running the
It's
show.
awesome. It's
Yeah,
awesome
they're
to
running
see
the
that.
show. Christine is still up there, but she's huge. She's done comics herself. I mean, she's done everything. So she's typically on stage with like the big stars and stuff. But seeing Nars being able to do like red carpet events and stuff like that, that's
Yeah.
really dope. But yeah, and Chelsea Bite, shout out to her. She's out there too. That girl's blowing up everywhere. She does like AMC's Walking Dead, Fear headquarters, all that stuff. So really, really nice. Yeah, the big things at San Diego Comic Con, the two big things at San Diego Comic Con is number one, Lord of the Rings. Is Lord of the Rings themed? All
Mm.
the badges have Lord of the Rings on it. They're really, really pushing that. AMC is not AMC, excuse me. Amazon Prime is really, 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 really pushing Lord of the Rings. Also, House of Dragons. Everyone forgot that Game of Thrones last season sucked apparently, and now they're in. Only sucking they're doing right now is on Targaryen. So they're up there. One of my
Oh,
friends,
man.
Ari, who's from the UK, I think she's there or gone there. No, I don't know where she was, but anyway, she's doing promotions for them, which is pretty cool. She's dressing up as Targaryen
That's
and
awesome.
doing her thing, and she's like live on set and stuff. So really proud of you on that. But those are the two big ones, man. Those are the things that normally San Diego Comic Con is not super themed unless it's like a big Marvel release coming up, right? So it's interesting to see a non comic book release being the pusher of San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
I mean, it's also not, it hasn't started. Today's the day. I believe in 50
Well, press
minutes.
stuff
Well, yeah, that's true too. That
around.
is true. I mean, in 50 minutes, I think is it Marvel or DC? I think DC is at 1 o'clock our time. So that's the Shazam and Black Adam panel, essentially, where, speculation is Henry's going to come out and kind of talk. Henry Cavill, excuse me, is going to talk.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm back, whether or not that's true or not. But yeah, it's been. I mean, yesterday was kind of big with Marvel animation, but like, you're right.
Mhm.
Like when we saw everything related to San Diego Comic Con the week prior, leading up to this Wednesday, it wasn't really Marvel or DC or anime. It was like it was Lord of the Rings, yep, and it was Game of Thrones. Those were the two big ones that we kept on seeing. I mean, I'm a
Yeah.
big John Wick fan, so like I got a couple of text messages that John Wick trailers dropping and everything like that. It was
Yeah.
that was an awesome trailer. And
I mean,
seeing
I'm a big
Keanu
Johnny
Reeves,
Enzo.
yeah, I mean, seeing Keanu back just in that, and then with Morpheus, well, not Morpheus, but Lauren Fishburne talking. I mean, that's feelings for sure. But yeah, I'm not a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I like Lord of the Rings. I went to all the midnight releases. Like I haven't read any of the books. I don't know any of the lore or anything like that.
That's where the fandom comes from is the
Yeah,
books.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if it's on, I'll watch it. I think it's a fantastic story, and I know that if you read the books, it's not completely different, but it's a different thing altogether. But
Back and forth. I think the movies did a good job stripping the book. The beginning of the book of what is it? The Fellowship of the Ring, I think, is boring, bro.
ooh,
Like
okay.
I was just like, Lord, name it boring. Because Lord, but once you get
Puns.
past that hard entry, Hobbit was godlike, like from start to finish.
The book.
So yeah, the book, yeah, the book. I can't even remember the movie. That's how much it.
It
Anyway,
resonated with you. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think it was good. I don't think it was bad. But yeah, man. Yeah, Lord of the Rings it's a good one to get into because it's a prequel to everything. I believe. I think it's like telling you the lore before the Fellowship of the Ring and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Let's go on what you were talking about. So Keanu Reeves and Donnie Yen are back, or not are back. Keanu Reeves is back in John Wick 4, which, you know, unpopular opinion. I think John Wick is mid. I think it's a meh movie. The action is, maybe it's because I love Keanu Reeves,
Yeah.
but maybe it's because of him. Because Keanu Reeves plays the same character in every movie he's in. It doesn't matter what movie, video game, except Bill and Ted. He's the same dude. He goes from the Matrix set to the what's the other thing he did?
Keanu?
Yeah, when he was
John
hunting.
Wick, Neo. Oh, 47 Ronin. Is that what you're
Well,
talking about?
that there was something. No, there was something fighting demons. I can't remember.
I didn't oh,
It's horrible.
Constantine. Constantine.
Constantine.
Yeah. I don't
It
know.
literally looked like he backflipped off of Matrix, went into Constantine, and acted in that. Then he jumped in John Wick and just took off the jacket.
Yeah.
My man's wardrobe is always black. The only thing that changes is his hair. Like
Long or short, long or short. Yeah.
yeah. So it's hard for me to. I think Keanu's an incredible human being. Like I think he's. I
Mm-hmm.
grew up with Keanu. Bill and Ted was like my thing. It's just, I hope adding Donnie into this should make it spicy for me. Because let's be real, the like Obi-Wan. I was super excited about Obi-Wan until I saw that dumbass chase scene. You know, where the guy where the aliens were bumping their heads in the trees. That's how I feel like John Wick is when it comes to acting. It's like people got to make up for Keanu's age, so they're just literally like running to him and doing backflips while his arms like, you know, like, and the way they covered it up is slow mo, right? So I'm just like, okay, this is Arkham Asylum, like in the '90s. So anyway, I get why people like it though.
Yeah.
The
Well,
hype
you know
train.
what it is? What like I feel like it came out of nowhere. John Wick
Mhm.
came out of nowhere and it was pure gun fu. Like it was
It was Equilibrium.
I love that was that I
Equilibrium better.
love the Equilibrium,
Yeah,
dude.
but
That's
it's
such
better.
a good movie too.
You know why?
So
They
many
actually
people.
have martial artists doing it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, that was gun fu for sure. Oh my god. Anyway.
I mean, like, yeah, punching and shooting at the same time. Sick.
But it's like they upped it to even crazier where it got even unrealistic because I don't know if you know, John Wick is loosely based on a true story of a hitman who lived in New York who has ins with the police, and like if you go into it, there was that interaction where where a police officer knocks like, John, you working again? Like everything else obviously is like
Obviously,
a lot
did
of
he last long?
fabrication, but the overall idea of that underbelly and taking it to like next level is actually quote unquote true. But yeah, I like John Wick 1 was great. John Wick 2 was good. John Wick 3 I was a little let down. Like I think it just went way too over the top with a bunch of things. I like the actors and actresses that was in it. Like Donnie Yen is.
He's
Did you see the trailer, the teaser yesterday or no? Okay.
I did not. It doesn't matter.
Like there's things going on. And it's like that would never happen in John Wick 1. It's like I don't understand. Like that's just going even like to left field or right field with it. But Donnie Yen in it makes me excited because I was let down by what's the name from the last one? Mark, another famous martial artist. Mark. Actually, is he a martial artist?
Ooh,
He's an actor. Is if I say it, John Wick 3.
Not Marky Mark.
No, not Marky Mark in the good vibration. Mark DeCosta. Casos.
Oh, the Costella or whatever his name is.
Yeah. He kind of let me down a little bit in it, but the guy that picked it up was Sepe Arif. He was the one of the brothers where they were fighting each other in the in that glass mirror scene. He is an insane martial artist, and when him and like his brother or something were fighting John, that scene was insane. Like I remember him from oh my god, like The Prophet, like all those like Thai movies that are crazy martial arts. He was awesome in that. That was good, but I hope I'm not let down. That's what I'll go with.
Yeah, I mean, I could think of so many other people to put in John Wick 4. Like Jason Stratham and
Station say,
you know,
yeah.
all these big martial artists, man. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Donnie Yen takes film very serious.
Mm.
I used to see him like literally slap Jackie Chan in the back of the head constantly during filming because he was joking around too much. Donnie Yen doesn't play. And Donnie Yen is in his 60s.
He's up
He's
there, yeah.
still, I mean, he's a modern day Bruce Lee. You know,
Yeah.
he's probably, I think he is my favorite martial artist right now. Or has been since Bruce Lee's death. I think it'll be fine. You know, I think you have to accept the fact that John Wick is
Mhm.
the Triple H Fast and Furious of martial art movies now. You know, remember how Triple? Have you ever seen Triple H with
Wrestling
um
Triple H?
no the movie with what's his face family dude Dom fucking
Oh, Fast and Furious?
no Triple H. Okay, how
Oh,
you about
wait,
my
no, no,
age?
no, no, no. Triple X.
Triple X. That's what it's called.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
yes, yes. I
Yeah.
was like, Triple
Yeah.
H? What the?
Yeah, I mean, these movies were old as hell, bro. He took the motorcycle and jumped like almost a whole river, and shit was blowing up. I don't even know, but anyway, I think that's what John. If you accept the fact that John Wick is like there, like
Yeah.
in that reality of things or not reality of things. In fact, there's a reason why Fast and Furious is still going on, and there's a reason why I don't know why Triple X got off, or even Riddick. Pretty much anything with Vin Diesel in it.
Riddick was a good movie, I thought.
Yeah, I thought Riddick was dope,
Yeah.
but Pitch Black, Pitch Dark, Pitch one of
There
them.
was Riddick and then Pitch Black. One of them was the
Black.
like main Vin
Riddick was
Diesel
the
film.
prequel of Pitch Black, I think. When he was in a jail system or whatever. But Pitch Black was dope, in my opinion. But that was back in the day. I think it didn't age well if you watch it now. But like Triple X was, I think Triple X did Triple X have
I don't think
a
there was.
series?
I don't
I
think
think it was three of them.
Triple X
Yeah, I think there was three
movie.
of them or something like that.
Yeah, you're right. Triple X State of the Union, and Triple X The Return of Xander Cage.
Yeah, it goes Xander Cage. Those were over
Oh,
the top.
Ruby Rose was in that. Huh.
Yeah, very over the top shit. Like stuff that you would never, it was like True Lies with like Arnold Schwarzenegger type thing. So, you know, those movies have a place.
Yeah.
Honestly, if we really want to be critical, those are true movies. Like, right? Because you can really break
Yeah.
it down and say movies are like beyond reality, you know, stuff that doesn't happen. So it's I know there's a place for John Wick, and I know there's people that are like really gatekeepy, like hardcore John Wick fans, and I get it. I get it. And I think those are people that just love Matrix so much they're upset that they can't get a Matrix, so they settle for John Wick.
Oh
That's kind of
God,
how I
that
feel about
movie was so bad.
it. Matrix One was
No,
I'm up
Matrix
there
was
with you guys.
great. Matrix 2
I'm
and
up
3.
there.
Why
Yeah.
did they make Matrix 4? Like that should have never seen the light of day.
Because they were trying, it's like
Oh God.
people try to feed off nostalgia. Let's just put it that way.
Also
But
true.
anyway,
Yeah.
moving on.
Oh,
Dragon Ball Super.
one other person actually that's in it. I didn't realize Scott Atkins. So that should be cool too.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he gets beat up and he beats people up too. So that'll be
I
interesting.
I need more Henry Cavill in fight movies, man. I think he's dope. I, I don't know. I might just be a big Henry Cavill fan. You know, at the end of the day, I just
Dude,
think
everything he plays, he embodies that character. Whether it
yeah,
was Superman, whether it was the bad guy just beat him up in a Mission Impossible. Obviously, him like it looked like he was using a sword forever in The Witcher. Like his
yeah.
acting, him getting angry, like it's so good. I know that's
He's
not
just
just
a
the only
big-ass
thing he's
nerd,
played.
bro. I
Yeah.
think he's a nerd and he researches everything. He's just a really likable guy at the end of the day. Even his interviews are really, really great.
Oh
There
yeah.
was one interview he had with the one that everyone goes see. I forgot that guy's name, the British dude.
Oh,
Brings every
Graham Norton.
yeah,
Yeah.
that guy, which I have a love-hate relationship with, by the way.
Yeah.
Because he says some dumb stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
But he was just like, so you've been working out? No, this wasn't him. This was Fallon, Jimmy Fallon. I think he was on. He said, so how you get your cardio in, man? How you stay fit? And he was just like, yeah, I can say that. And he was like, what do you mean? And the audience was like, ah! All the girls. And he was just like, they get it. He's talking about busting some chops
Jesus.
is what he's talking about. Freaking Henry, I love him. All right, moving on. So Dragon Ball Super, the movie, we are hoping for that to be released here soon. They're taking their sweet time with it. I don't know why. But anyway, Japan, it slaughtered. It did amazing in Japan. It even beat out a couple of huge movies that people thought that were going to be really big in Japan. But Dragon Ball Super is doing very, very well. I'm trying to avoid everything I can about it because the whole big question mark is: will Gohan come back? Will our teen Gohan one hand Kamehameha beam beating Cell, disintegrating ass? No book reading, not skinny anymore. Got muscles, can jump his boobies faster than his girls. That's the guy we're looking for. Is that's our Gohan, and we're waiting on that. We're waiting on that. Piccolo raised Gohan at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dragon
So
Ball Super
hopefully,
superhero.
yeah. So hopefully that he comes back, and hopefully he's not Sega Man because I would lose it. But anyway,
Yeah, it looks like
um,
I guess what is that, August 18th here in the States, so a little bit less than a
yeah.
month now. So that should be definitely a fun one to go and see. I've never actually seen, have you seen a Dragon Ball or like an anime in a theater?
Yeah.
You have? Okay.
Watched,
I've never done that.
Jujutsu Kaisen like not too long ago. I also saw Princess Mononoke in the theater. That's how old I am. So and that was in Japanese with no subtitles. You had to download a script to go into the movie or read.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
while you were watching it.
insane.
Yeah, there was no subtitles back then. They just released it. That's how they did the Miyazaki films back then, and then they started releasing it in English dubs and stuff like that. Uh,
Huh.
yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. New animated Avatar movie will start Aang. What? Aang is oh, this must be between. This must be before Korra.
Oh yeah, so the new Avatar was it a movie or show?
It's a movie.
So the movie is supposed to take place directly after
After regular Avatar.
the regular Aang Avatar series, so season 3, excuse me.
Yeah, I'm glad they're filling in that gap because I was just like, it
Yeah.
jumped straight to Korra. And Aang's dead. He's a statue or some junk. I'm just like, bro, what? And he actually died because when the Avatar dies, it moves on to someone else. So
Of course.
not like he's
And
you know
young Aang, like seeing him finally embody the Avatar at the end of the season and not getting anything after that, seeing
yeah.
like what he's done to lead up to where they are in Korra and how the Fire Nation keep, like, I would love to see that, and what type of journeys obviously they went on together too. That would be really that would be awesome. I love Aang.
So many. It's so many years it doesn't make sense because
Yeah.
what's her name? Katora? I forgot
Korra.
his girlfriend. No, not Korra, but the waterbender. I forgot her name. Katora, I think her name is. I could be wrong. But anyway, it's wild. Yeah, it's her grandmother. It's wild to see that Katora, I can't remember her name. Anyway, it's so far in between that technology has grown exponentially, right? To like
Oh yeah.
in cars and all that stuff. But how are they still alive? Like all of them are still. Toph is still there. Like everyone, they're older, but dang, it was like actually, you know what? When you think about it, technology from the 80s till now, I guess it would be the same. But they had like
It's 40
airships, and
years. Yeah. I mean, it
we
makes
don't have
sense.
airships. We still don't have airships. But, but
Where's our
yeah,
flying
it's
cars?
just they are flying cars, but it's very interesting to me. But anyway, I guess airships is airplanes. I guess you would say, but anyway. So that's gonna be pretty cool when it comes out. I'm a big Avatar fan, so I'll probably check it out. I don't know if
Oh
I'll go to the
yeah.
theaters for it, but whatever. Um, oh
Oh
god,
man.
oh no.
Oh no, what? What just
Okay, so
happened? Something
Walking
broke?
Dead. I'm just going down the line.
Are you
Walking
on
Dead.
are you on CBR?
I don't know what I'm on. No, Polygon.
Oh, okay.
Polygon just has it on the list.
Oh, I
It's
love
very easy.
Polygon, yeah.
Polygon, making it easy. They just did bullet points, like reading through shit.
Beep.
Um, so yeah, Walking Dead. I'm gonna pick it back up in October. I stopped at I can't remember what season that. I stopped at a season. I think it's right when Negan comes in or something like that. I stopped there, and I'll pick it back up in October. But for those that don't know, Rick Grimes left the show. Abraham Lincoln. His name not Abraham Lincoln, is it?
Isn't it Lincoln Abraham?
Lincoln Abraham. Yeah, I think. Yeah. I think it's backwards. Yeah, Lincoln Abraham. It's
No, no,
hilarious.
no. Andrew Lincoln. Andrew
Andrew
Lincoln.
Lincoln. That's it. Andrew Lincoln. I knew it was an A somewhere in there. Andrew
So
Lincoln. Yeah.
creative.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna be Abraham Lincoln. But anyway, he left the show because he thought that his kids and his wife wanted him home. Um, little did he find out his kids were pissed that he showed up. you know,
Dad,
they were
why aren't
like,
you home?
why are you here? You need to be on set. Like his kids don't want him there. I mean, he's lived in Atlanta for years. I mean, he goes back and sees his wife and kids here and there, but like I guess he felt the FOMO of missing out on his kids growing up. You know, when you're on a show for, I mean, Walking Dead's been out for how many
Oh
years now?
man,
Since 2009, 10?
yeah,
I think since
it's been
2010,
going
so
for
it's
a
like 10 years.
long time.
Yeah, about 10, 9 to 10 years, I want to say. And it's good. It's still. I'm pretty sure it's still good. I mean, they have like really big fans and stuff like that. There's a lot of news stuff behind it. But anyway, Rick Grimes is back.
Okay.
His kids sent his ass back, so now he's in his home in Atlanta and he's shooting. He was gonna do it. First, it was gonna be him coming back to the show. Then it was a movie, and now it's a show again. But they said a romantic Walking Dead TV show. I don't know if I want to see that. How you
Yeah,
gonna
with
romance
her.
people with
Yeah,
zombies running around eating people? You know,
yeah, with him and Michonne reprising their role. Michonne, yes, excuse me, reprising their roles. That's
who's awesome,
I
by the
mean,
way.
yeah,
Made that show.
she's an amazing actress, and seeing where
Yeah.
she was on there and like where she came from, and obviously in um obviously Black Panther.
Yeah.
She's an awesome actress. Period. Man, just you're finishing one series. I think the final episodes of the main series is coming out sometime this year. Then you did an
If it
off.
does.
Yeah,
And
if
it might be like the final season. Is that, let's be real.
Attack
It
on
went
Titan, take it. Yeah.
yeah, it did. They had a final season, then they extended the season,
Oh man.
then they extended the season again. Then they were gonna kill off somebody very important to the show. And the fans were like, you do that shit. And we will burn your studio down. So they
Burn
didn't do
this
it.
mother down.
Like, so they just kept going. Anyway, yeah, you gotta be happy if you're an actor. And
Yeah.
I'm talking about Neil. You'll be happy if you're an actor, and the people want to just
We're gonna burn this
literally
down, so let's come back. Let's come back.
they're like, there ain't no way you about to kill him off. Anyway, so I'm excited. I mean, Walking Dead's good, man. You know, they have multiple shows out there. There's like Before the Walking Dead. There's another spinoff coming.
Tales of the Walking Dead, I think, right?
Yeah. Where it's gonna be different. I think it's like four, maybe 3 to 4 families or something, like people going through the events of Walking Dead. So you get to see the other side of the original cast, which is like some other people and what they went through during the Walking Dead and how they survive or if they survive, which is pretty cool, honestly. I think that right there is a little bit more sauce for the Walking Dead series, a way to extend it, because you're like, okay, we know about Rick Grimes and his whole journey, but what about other families?
Yes.
Look at the cutie boy. Hello. I think he's trying to talk to you.
Yeah, no, I know. I said hi.
Let's see. Batman and Spawn will reunite in a story from Todd McFarlane. Of course. Interesting that Todd McFarlane, I didn't know there was a relationship with DC enough to bring Batman on a Spawn thing, because DC comics are dark, but they ain't that dark.
Yeah, there's a little difference there.
Yeah, Spawn is like Goblin Slayer episode 1 all the time. I don't know. So that's interesting, but it's the 90s version of Batman, which is pretty cool, I guess. I don't know. I played Batman in Multiverses. They did him wrong. He needs to be buffed more. But anyway, but they do have the 90s Batman animated TV series skin. I had to buy that. That was $15.
Oh, hell yeah.
I had to get it. White eyes, blue, like black cape with the blue inside with the gray with the yellow. It was great. It was great. Oh yeah, they are actually ending Walking Dead. Okay, the last 8 episodes coming in AMC in October. All right, so on a 10-year, like actual 10-year mark, I guess, is over. So, well, that Walking Dead, there's still others.
Yeah, because they came out in I looked it up real quick. It was 2010.
Yeah, 2010.
So
That's
12. It's gonna be 12. Yeah, I mean, if it's 8 episodes, October, November, yeah, they're gonna finish. Yeah, it's gonna be 12 years.
Yeah. Did they show it every? I guess they did show it every season. I thought they skipped a couple. Okay, so let's see.
Hmm.
Da-da-da.
Sorry. Yeah, there's
Sauron. Yeah. What? No,
no,
you're
no,
good.
no, Sauron. Yeah, I mean that trailer for the new series that comes out, was it September 10th or something like that?
Mhm.
So about 2 months away, give or take.
Amazon Prime members. Get
Man, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a fun one. It's like I said,
I'm
I know
excited
I know
about it.
you're big into it, or you know a lot more of the lore than I do.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings is literally the grandfather of it. It was Lord of the Rings and D&D, like the ones that bring the elves to the front, to the yard. Um,
Did you see the D&D trailer that dropped yesterday?
we're going to talk about that.
Okay.
We're
I
going to talk
wanna,
about
I
that.
wanna, I wanna. Yeah, a couple of people in my chat
It's-
the other day, I watched it. It was like, ah!
Screenshots of
Oh, I
I took
can't
some
wait to hear
screenshots of
this.
people's faces, and he was like making these ugly ass faces, dude. Anyway, I was like, I'm saving that for memes. Um, yeah, Sauron. We're supposed to see what IS Sauron looks like, and no, it's not my cat's butthole. So yeah, long story. Twitch fails. It was my cat positioned himself right in front of my camera, and people call it IS
Twitch
Sauron. Anyway,
fails.
yeah. So Lord of the Rings gonna be pretty good. Again, Sauron might show up looking like he did, and this Lord of the Rings is a prequel to the events, but it's gonna feel like a sequel because I think they're going about things the right way. So you don't. It's very. It's one thing that I absolutely hate is I hate when people argue against diversity
Okay.
because that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of gatekeepers saying that it's like elves can't be brown skin.
God.
Or orcs can't have females. People are literally arguing female orcs. I'm just like, bro, how do you think they? It's just like what? And then people are arguing because there's brown skin elves in Lord of the Rings now. And like all they didn't have that in the original Lord of the Rings. Like literally everybody was chalk. And white hair and Maybelline and all that stuff. But now, you're
Maybe
getting a
it's
little bit of
Maybelline.
yeah, you're getting a little bit of different stuff in there, which I think is great because it shows you how the nations were, before all those events. So it's gonna
Yeah,
be
how
really,
many
really cool.
years prior is this supposed to be? I know they said it somewhere.
I don't know. This is like way before the events. Maybe 100 or so years, maybe more. Let me see.
I know I have 150 in my head, but I know that has to do with the High Republic, the new High Republic series.
Yeah. Um.
I'm sure I can look it up, but
Yeah, we'll come back. It's gonna be awesome. Other than that, if you never gotten to Lord of the Rings, now it'll be the time. There's a good thing about
yeah,
doing
that's
prequels
true.
is that you get to fall in love with it from that standpoint, and then you can go back and watch the old movies. But keep in mind that this is made in 2022, and the movies are old as hell. So just keep that in mind. But I think they aged well.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff that they did to make Gandalf look taller and hobbits look like hobbits, they did a really good
A
job with it. So
lot of it, I mean, obviously there was some CGI, but they tried to do as much physical
yeah,
actual stuff. Like it was
like
all
they
the
built
orcs and
hobbit
everything.
houses and stuff.
All the orcs, the houses. It was just a lot of it was practical. Excuse me, practical. That's what they were trying to go for.
Really good. X-Men 97 reveals Magneto as his new leader. Plus season 2 on tap. Dang, season 2 on tap already. Let's go. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we already know that it's going to be successful. I mean, if they don't change the formula with X-Men, it's GG. Like, not only are they going to be pulling in new people, I don't even think new people are the target anymore. I think it's us. It's the nostalgia freaks that really miss X-Men because we are thirsting for X. We are parched. We are dried up raisins on Dune right now because we haven't seen X-Men since Fox. Like we haven't seen an
Oh
animated series
God.
since Fox. We haven't seen a good X-Men since Fox. So we are thirsting for this stuff, man. I want to see my Rogue again. I want to see Gambit, and I want to see all the boys and girls come back, very very strong. But Professor X, I don't remember him zeroing out in the series.
He
I don't
disappeared,
remember.
I believe. Well, so if anybody wants to go back and watch it, it is on Disney Plus right now, and they have it in um series order. I think they have it in two different orders, series order and chronological or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So if for I vaguely remember watching the last episode, and I believe Professor X did like disappear. I don't think he kicked the can. but
Yeah.
I believe he did disappear
What are
if
they
I
gonna do
remember
with Jean
correctly.
Grey? Because didn't Wolverine stick her real good on the on that planet? He got what he wanted. I
Oh
think he took
man.
her out. When she was Dark Phoenix. Did she come back? Isn't that the whole point of Phoenix? I don't even know anymore. It's a lot
We're
of questions.
gonna
Watch
it's
the series.
we're gonna learn a lot. It's I mean I'm gonna watch the hell out of that, obviously, and knowing that there's a second season and even more of that story is gonna be told, because that story, cartoons then to now, there's like no comparison. The
No, not at
storytelling,
all.
the action, it was fantastic. I mean, you get some
Yeah.
good things here and there. Now it's more anime more than I mean, I think Avatar may have actually been the last one that I can think of off the top of my head, animation
Okay, like
wise.
maybe. Maybe.
Like I can't think, but yeah,
There might have
it's
been like some here and there, but yeah, maybe Avatar. I think Avatar is definitely the
I guess Young Justice
biggest
too.
milestone that we've stepped on,
Yeah,
and from for American. I mean, granted, Avatar was made in Korea, but let's
yeah.
just say from an American owned animated series. Yeah, um, it's gonna be great, man. I'm really good. I mean, every cartoon in the '90s, late '90s, early 2000s was leagues beyond what we have
Oh
now.
yeah.
I mean, Spider Man was that animated series was wildly good. Actually, some people are saying that the Spider-Man that just came out, I want to say just came out, but it was like maybe 2016 or so. The one where they redid the Spider-Man animated series with new graphics and stuff. It wasn't CG'd or nothing, but they called it the
Spectacular.
best animated series. I can't remember which one it is, but I don't think it was. I mean, I think it was good, but I don't think it was better than Amazing Spider-Man. Anyway, as we said, Tales of the Walking Dead. That first trailer revealed. So Tales of the Walking Dead will take over Walking Dead once it's over. Um, we don't know when that's going to be released, but it's more than likely probably going to be released in 2023 because of the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
They're probably going to push all attention to the finale because they know they're going to rally a bunch of people. But I think this is great. I'm happy that Walking Dead is still going because I think it's the best zombie here
Oh
thing,
yeah.
period. I think they did a excellent. Their zombies are excellent. I mean, they're all very good. I mean, they graduated from zombie college like everybody, so they're really really good. The CG is a freaking amazing, and most of that stuff is makeup, which is absolutely incredible. The only time you know it's CG is when you see millions of zombies on the screen.
Oh yeah.
Sense of fear that Walking Dead puts on you is phenomenal because you could be sitting on the couch and be like, "Oh my god, dude, you got to run! Oh my gosh!" Like when they close in on you and stuff. It's just the fear of
I
mass hurting that gets me. That trailer's coming up, man. Anthology series. It's gonna be a long one. I'm pretty sure that's probably gonna go like at least 3 to 5 years.
Yeah,
At least
I don't
seasons.
see that's like a series where with I don't see it ending anytime soon. Even like
Yeah,
whether the main series, yes, but as far as like spin-offs and
but like
zombies,
the
and
Tales of Walking
they
Dead, yeah.
have
Because
the formula down right. Oh, you all right there, brother?
no, I was thinking.
Yeah, they have like the formula down right. I can't think of another, excuse me, I can't think of another zombie show that does what this does. If any, is there any other real zombie shows out there? I know there was like iZombie, but that's something completely different. I don't think there's like actual.
No, I mean like Resident Evil is on right now, but other than that, yeah, not really. None that do. I'm watching Resident Evil. I haven't gone through it all the way, and their zombies don't hit me like Walking Dead zombies.
Yeah, I don't see that as like a zombie movie, Resident Evil. I feel like it's more of like a weird monster protagonist, like big bad movie or show. I'm sorry, because it's a corporation. It's not like, I mean, if there was a zombie apocalypse somehow, some way, like it's never gonna happen, right? I feel like it would be more Walking Dead than anything.
Oh, Fear the Walking Dead. Yeah.
Oh, I guess
I'm trying to
Maze
find
Runner.
out.
Oh, Maze Runner was a movie though.
I'm trying to find out. Is Fear the Walking Dead still going on?
Oh, Fear the
No,
Walking Dead.
it's not.
No.
Season. Wait,
Wait for it. Wait
Season
for it.
7 is coming though. But I mean, the fact that Fear the Walking Dead went 7 are going 7 seasons. I didn't expect that thing to get through season 1. I mean,
Yeah.
not season 1 to hit season 2 because I thought it was just a filler, because it came out when Walking Dead was on a break. Because Walking Dead took a break for at least a year. Yeah, I want to say they did.
Oh yeah,
They
you're
took
right. They did. Yep.
yeah, that's when Fear the Walking Dead came out, and I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be like some filler thing because it was happening right before the stuff hit Atlanta. It was in a different state, we got to see whatever was going on, and that just kept going because people were like kind of enjoying it, and
Is
that's where the what's the guy
is
name, the
fear?
black actor?
Yeah. He came into it. The stick guy.
Yeah, he was in Fear the Walking Dead, and I'm just like, guys everywhere,
Yeah.
so
Fear the Walking Dead was the first spin-off, right?
yeah,
And
yep.
that was the one where it showed kind of like the beginning through that family's eyes. I,
Yeah, because it was like it
yeah,
was dealing with like kids that are in high
I
school,
think I
had a
got
girl
through
that
the
became
second
the
episode and I
100.
stopped watching it. I was like, this is
It's
not.
good, but it's not Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So that's because it's right when things start going down. See, because in the current Walking Dead, it was like something happened. My guy was in hospital, got shot in hospital, and he woke up and everything was effed. This one, you literally watching stuff go down. Um, but it's interesting because you get to see like kids that read zombie books and zombie survival. They out there like telling people how to do stuff. It was very interesting. It's a very interesting thing. It's something to check out. It's very dark too. Got a lot of dark stuff in it. Anyway, Marvel What If season 2. We've talked about it. We knew that it was coming. We said that it was coming the moment What If dropped because one of Marvel's well, I guess can't say that now. I was like one of Marvel's very successful season, but What If is barely hanging on top 5, I think, or top 3. I don't even know. But
Uh,
they're coming back early 2023. I'm thinking March. That's typically a first quarter time to release something for Marvel. Is like always March. Yeah,
yeah, and they don't
I'll say
have
about.
anything until I think they got a movie coming out in February, and then they don't have anything in March or April, and then they go again to May. So they'll probably
Yeah.
like a late March, which will lead
Mhm.
into kind of like what they did with what was the movie that came out in May? It was Doctor Strange. So
Yeah.
what was the show that was right before that? Uh it went Hawkeye and then
Yeah, Hawkeye was the last one.
well Hawkeye was Holiday
Marvel? Did
and
Miss
Miss
Marvel
Marvel.
really? Yeah, it was like right before. I think it was right.
Was it Moon Knight? Moon Knight led into it in
Yeah, it
May.
was. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was Moon Knight and Miss Marvel. Yeah, which was kind of but yeah, supposed to get more more Captain Carter. I think what they're gonna do is start building the team, the What If team, What If
Yeah.
Avengers, and go from there. And then I think we're finally going to see how that really constructs itself in the world of MCU, unless it already showed because of Doctor Strange. I don't know, because Captain Carter definitely.
Well, I think they said in that was a different character. Like it was
Oh,
Captain
different
Carter,
dimension.
but it was a different like 616
Okay.
compared to 818 or whatever it was. It wasn't the what if universe Captain Carter, so that Captain
Okay.
Carter is still alive.
Okay.
Which is cool. Which actually if you want to, I don't know if people know about it. If you do have Disney Plus, you can watch
Yeah.
Multiverse of Madness right now, and in a couple weeks you'll be able to watch Thor: Love and Thunder. I think it's about a month from now, give or take, you'll be able to
Yeah,
see
I'm
it.
waiting for it to
Yeah.
hit the Disney. I'm not gonna go out.
Yeah, but I mean, What If was a fun series. We talked about it. I think there was like one or two episodes where it seemed like very filler, like but like everything else hit. The story was fun. Seeing Watu and the different versions of Strange and obviously Captain Carter. That was really cool. It's nice that we're getting an animated, even though it's not connected, an animated universe in the Marvel realm again.
Mhm.
With that,
That's actually good.
X-Men,
Yeah.
Marvel Zombies is its own title and its own series. And then what else was there? Oh, I think there was
Spider Man is coming
yes,
out.
and then Spider-Man. Well, that was the foursome. Yeah, X-Men, Spider-Man, What If, and then Marvel. And then you got Spider-Man freshman year, which I think is already signed on for 4 or 5 seasons. They said, which is nuts. So that's cool. That's cool. They
I
got a
mean,
lot.
when you make that much money off Spider Man, you can do whatever you want to do.
And they did
You can
confirm.
always cancel seasons.
Yeah, but you know how we were speculating like this is going to be the in between for everything. They saying that
Yeah,
it's its own universe again.
I think it flopped after that.
because
After some
of
talks. Yeah, I think
because we weren't. Oh, dude. Okay, so timeout. Chat. You know how we've always talked about Marvel buying Sony, and I think it was our last episode. So two. I'm sorry. Yes, Disney buying Sony, or at least buying back the rights. Yeah, the rights for Spider-Man and his Spider-Man universe. I think it was 2 weeks ago, and then obviously many shows prior. I'm pretty sure it was the exact quote from you was the reason why it hasn't happened was ego. It was ego, the Sony ego.
Yep.
Did you see? Did you see what the CEO of? I'm clapping my hands so you know it's important. The CEO of Sony said, or Sony Pictures said, about why Top Gun Maverick was so successful.
Yes.
Tell
He said
me,
Venom of all fucking
tell
things.
me that is not. Tell me that is not sipping your own juice and having the biggest head of all.
Venom. I was like, what the fuck? I was just like, what? What are you talking about? That man was sipping some good Henny. I need some of that. Smoking the best Kush. I'm like, bro, are you nuts?
In what world? In what universe?
Only Japan, but like, shouldn't this you do? Get him off there. God.
Oh my
what the
God.
hell?
And that, yeah,
okay.
that I'm like, I read that article. I'm like, wow, Frank really hit the nail on the head with that one, huh?
Yeah, I told you. All I had to do was look at the title. I was like, it ain't even April. This dude making fun. Yeah, he out of his mind. It's only a moment. I think Disney gonna pull that trigger probably in 2023, 2024. I think they're just waiting. All it takes is, I almost want Disney to just take Tom Holland and make a different universe Spider-Man at this point. And speaking of which, I'm gonna go off tilt right now.
I mean, even if they can't do that, imagine him just playing another character in the MCU.
Yeah.
Like they're just like, okay, you want to do that with us? You want to go off and do your own thing and mess up our whole idea and thoughts, thinking that you know how to write and create a movie like Morbius? Yeah, okay, here you go. Here you go.
What he had to say about that.
Let me see. What would Tom be good at?
No, I said I wonder what Tom Cruise had to say about that.
Oh, Tom Cruise probably.
I didn't read it. That was like a Kotaku message that was put up there. Anyway, what was I gonna talk about? Oh yeah, so Ms.Marvel, I'm still not caught up. I think I watched episode 4 or 5. I think 4 last night. I didn't know I was that far behind. I watched 3 and 4. I still love it. I think it's cute. I think it's great. I mean, the action, people gotta get over the action. Because this girl, Iman, I think her name is, she's doing most of her stunts. So I think people need to get over it. I think that's great because it's I don't know, man. I could tell when a stunt person. I mean, you don't need her doing like backflips and triple luxes. There was a couple stunts where it was a stunt person. I mean, where she like flipped the person around. We understand that, but at the end of the day, it's really good. I really enjoy it. I think it's a really fresh sniff into the MCU, and she's starting to use her powers more that are familiar with people. So I think that's something that people are just gonna have to get over with. And I think like season 2, if there's, I mean, I'm pretty sure there will be a season 2 or even Avengers mock-up. I'm not even at the end of it. I'm sure we're gonna get more of what we expect. We'll see. But
there's so many stories to tell. I mean,
Yeah.
I know they went on a retreat and planned out the next 10 years of the MCU.
10 years.
Man,
bro.
I don't know where you start intersecting into movies with characters, into TV, if a show is
matters,
successful
right?
or not successful, if you want to expand on a story that you can't do in a 2-hour movie, like you got to make it a series. Like, is it to a point where like we're gonna have a Doctor Strange TV series or like a Shang-Chi, excuse me, TV series? Like there's just so much stuff. There's just so much stuff.
Ms.Marvel wouldn't have been as successful in my eyes if it was a movie. So I'm glad they're taking this TV route of introducing people, and not just giving them a cameo and then trying to give them a full-fledged movie. Giving them something and building up. But anyway, I want to talk about her co-star. I keep forgetting the kid's name, but the one that was supposed to play Spider-Man.
Billy. No, Bruno.
Bruno. Yeah. So episode 3,
Yes.
If you haven't seen it, it's too bad. Episode 3, when she's trying to figure out about the jinn and all that stuff.
Yes.
Um, I noticed it, Mr. Bruno. Mr. Bruno is kind of fit. He's like we finally get to see him outside of a hoodie.
Yeah.
That's full wardrobe. But the dude looks like he's built like Spider-Man. Just keep that in mind. That's all I gotta say. People don't just train themselves on a TV show just to be a co-star. So a kid that looks like that, either he just got out of audition for Spider-Man or something else is going on. I think it's something else going on. I'm interested in seeing what this guy is going to be in the near future. I don't think he's an actual Marvel made person, because Ms.Marvel has a completely different story in the comics than dealing with this guy. But they can do anything what they want with him, and I think that's something that's going to happen. Typically co-stars in TV shows that have big roles, reoccurring roles over and over again in different scenes, typically leads him to be something else later on. And he's looking kind of fit. I was looking at that last night and I was just like, this man got shoulders, he got a little bit of biceps, he's got a chest. He's reminding me of what Tom Holland went through, like I was really like,
And he's a smart techie, where
Yeah.
outside of Bruce Banner, I don't really
Just
think
got
there's
Tom
a
Holland.
smart outside of Bruce Banner and Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Tom Holland. There is no like Iron Man techie person
Yes.
in there yet.
There will be Ironheart.
Oh yeah, Riri, yeah, she's and no, I guess
Shuri.
you got Wakanda and you got Shuri. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Male, I guess she's saying male figure wise, yeah, it's not really out there.
War Machine, but he's not really techie. He's more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm just saying, keep in mind that I'm saying this because I can notice, like, episode 1 or pre-cast, I should say, when they announced the cast to now, he looks a lot different.
Oh yeah.
So the dude is training. So I and that's probably a big reason why they keep throwing him in hoodies every 5 seconds. Maybe so you wouldn't notice a lot of stuff. So I'm very interested in seeing where he's going. And I'm starting to like the guy more and more.
Yeah.
As the series goes on, his acting skills.
Just wait.
Because
You got 2 more episodes, right? You got 2 more episodes, so yeah, just wait. Did you finish Obi-Wan?
So got one more to go. I'm kind of like treating it like appetizers in a good meal, man. I don't like splurging episodes anymore. It's kind of made me not like Moon Knight. It's kind of made me not like those shows as much, because it feels like a chore to get through. But like Obi-Wan and stuff, I'm like, that last scene with Vader was awesome. I can't wait. Now I'm just like, okay, now I can like cool my jets a little bit. I played and beat Jedi Fallen Order. Felt great. Got to see Vader again. If you haven't played it, oh well. Got to see him again. I mean, if you know anything about lore, if there's Night Sister, not Night Sister, excuse me. If there's what is it called? What are they called? Not Justicars. What the fuck are they called?
Inquisitors.
They're Inquisitors. You know where they come from. Come on. Anyway, so yeah,
very true.
I'm just really excited about it. Back to SDCC news. I don't give a crap about this show. I don't know why it's a thing, but I Am Groot. I think it's to target younglings or something. I don't know. I Am Groot has his own series. He opens up with a fart, bro. Okay, cool. I don't think Vin Diesel's voicing it.
He is. Him and Chris Pratt are back for that
with a voice mod.
Groot. Yeah, it's like,
I don't know, man. I mean, Vin Diesel gotta get work outside of Fast and Furious somehow.
You're not wrong.
I'm just saying. But whatever. His best in his acting career is Groot.
Yeah, they got to do something for kids. I get it.
I'm just kidding, Vin Diesel. I would love you on the show, bro. I'm just messing with you. I just know you're a D&D nerd, and I love it. Okay, so let's talk about. Okay, we talked about a little bit earlier, like what we doing multiverses. The game is great because we finally get to see comic book characters on the platform fighting scene, which I am super happy with. It's not Mortal Kombat. It's not Injustice. It's not Nether Realm. It's WB. And we play games. I think it's called our
Player One Games. Yeah.
Player One Games. Yes. So that's great. Multiverses is good, but it's going through the growing pains of platform fighters. Which means underpowered characters versus overpowered characters. Beta was more balanced than it is now. Shaggy, Taz, like just way too powerful. Super armor everywhere. So the problem what's happening right now is they're giving some characters super armor, some characters not. Some they have a weight plays a role in this game as well, which is a big thing in Smash
Is it
Brothers
like
platform.
bouncing and like
Well,
floating?
certain characters have a lighter weight than others. So Iron Giant is obviously heavier than everybody else.
Yeah.
And Arya Stark is super lightweight. When she get like 60% health or whatever, 60% damage, you knock her up with a heavy strong, she's out of there, bro. Like she's just gone. So they're gonna have to play with weight again. Uh the decay process they have in the game, if you spam the same move over and over again, doesn't matter because people can dupe their character, so to speak. So if me and you were playing and we got sick and tired of somebody beating our butts, we just both can play Taz and do side special all day and then we'll die.
Jesus.
It doesn't matter about decay because if we're both hitting it, the decay process takes it down to half. Both of us equals one full and it'll just knock people back constantly. So the big news is they're bringing LeBron James and Rick and Morty to the roster on the 28th, I believe. It's 26th, 28th.
That's right around the corner.
Yep, LeBron James is not being voiced by LeBron James. It's being voiced by the gentleman who did Barrett in the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Oh,
Awesome. That guy's voice is incredible. He's a great storyteller.
yeah.
Name off the top of my head. I'm really bad with names. Got to get better about this. Believe me, if I was hosting an event, I would not forget names, but I have to pull names out of my head. But anyway, people are mad that LeBron James is not voiced. They're like, oh, you couldn't afford LeBron James to voice this. I'm like, bro, they were like, Fortnite got LeBron James, but LeBron James doesn't say anything in Fortnite. Hello? It's Fortnite.
John Eric Bentley.
Yeah, John Eric Bentley. Man has a fantastic voice. He's up there with Lance's voice, because Lance has a guy's voice is God. You know, I don't know if you guys seen Resident Evil. That dude.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want him as a dad, bro. He ain't got he don't have to raise his damn voice. He make you do some things. Crunchyroll 2022 tier list is out. Man, let me tell you, I was really afraid of 2022 anime because it was starting to go downhill. It was just slice of life after slice of life after slice of life, and those are great. But man, they get really overdone. You can overdo isekais all day, but people are gonna love them because it's relatable to gamers, and people are gonna watch it because they're just ridiculous. So isekais have jumped right back up, and really pushing the anime scene forward. We have Skeleton Knight this year. I'm watching one now called, oh my god, no, in Japanese. I think in English is like not everyone. No, there's actually Girls Online or something like that, where this kid plays an MMO, and every girl he sees in there, he thinks it's a guy. But anyway, it's very relatable to MMO players. It's very, very good. Also, there is Chorus Recoil. That's brand new. There's a lot of brand new stuff coming out. It's on episode 3 right now, unless the new one came out. Absolutely one of my favorite anime of 2022 right now. 100%. The voice actress that plays Chisato is incredible, incredible, incredible. It's hard to like really say this is my favorite voice actress or actor in Japanese anime because all of them are really, really good. But she stands out beyond belief. I'll get her name if you guys want to look up her work. I'm pretty sure you guys know. Like Chorus Recoil. Yeah, Chika Anzai is her name. Chika Anzai. Check her out. She's done a lot of different voiceovers, but she's incredible. She's pretty incredible. So definitely check that out. Crunchyroll has a panel as well, so you could check that out. Oh my god, dude. Dragon Prince is coming back to Netflix. I don't know how I feel about that.
Dragon Prince.
You never seen it?
Uh,
One of the main characters sounds like this. It's a very bad Irish accent.
that
Yeah.
No, please no, stop.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife was just like, I hate her.
I do not like that. Go away, please now.
Yeah, I don't know, but anyway, it's supposed to be really good. It's made by the same people that did the same studio that did Avatar, though. So, the
Oh,
same animation studio. Yeah, animation
interesting.
studio.
Okay.
Yeah, you could tell it's 100% Avatar, but with dragons.
Avatar
So
with dragons.
it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's just
Oh, you know
some
what?
things
I
going wrong.
did. I did see the Dragon
That's with
Prince.
the dragon egg and the little boy that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That was Netflix, right?
Yeah, Netflix.
Yep. Sorry. Yeah. No.
Something forget my
Yeah. I remember. Yeah. I was like, oh,
like an
this.
elf.
The
Yeah,
trailer
elf.
looked cool. I'm like, oh, this may work. And then it's like, no, 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 no. This is not
Yeah.
working right now.
I mean, the voice acting is not bad across the board. It's just hers is just out there. It's like they went a little nuts with it.
So are we at
Ah,
Dungeons and Dragons now?
no, we're getting there because I want to hit people with the bad before we get to the good. And I mean, when I say good, it's like a mixed bag of good. It's like Chex Mix when it comes to
Okay. Okay.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay. Okay.
Tell me why? Why is there a third season of Wheel of Time? There was a second season? Question
I
mark.
didn't even know there was a second season.
I thought they canceled that damn show. What in the heck? I'm so confused right now. Like, what? The ratings
Mm-hmm.
were bombed. I guess Amazon had so much money in the bank. Oh no, they made Wheel of Time with a second season already in the books. That's right. They did do
So
that. I was like, how are you going to do that when you don't know how season one's going to be?
So Variety headline is Wheel of Time renewed for season 3 at Amazon ahead of the season 2 premiere. So season
Yeah.
2 hasn't even gone on yet and they gave it the go ahead. Wow.
That just means Amazon got money to throw away because this show was marked as the most expensive show they've done.
Wow.
It's just as bad as the book, in my opinion. When it comes to jumping around plots, you don't know where the hell you are half the time, who you talking to, who you looking at. You just don't know.
I mean, I had
like
I had no idea about it. One of my friends, who's like a big nerd, when he found out about A Wheel of Time, he's like, Matt, like this is gonna be the next Lord of the Rings. Like this is even better. The book was like yay thick. It was like an insane read. I remember watching it the first couple of episodes. I'm like, I don't like what. Wait, men. Wait, what is going on here?
I don't know anything
Power,
going on
like
here.
I don't. Where's this lady coming from? And she's just like I don't. I'm just like, I don't get it. I feel like it's just there's just too out
Bro,
there.
they followed the book. I can tell you that much because I mean they didn't follow the book to the T, but they definitely opened like the book opened because in the beginning you know about this guy and his dad. You know he's supposed to be like the prophesized one, and he's on a farm or some shit. And then they cut to the sorceress lady who's and she's doing all her blah blah blah, and then they cut back to him, and then some weird ugly things attack, and then they stab his father. He gets mad, and he does something cool with some dark energy, and that's felt by some Sith Lord looking mother fluffer that came out of Lord of the Rings or some shit. One of those Dark Knight people. And he's like, and then I was like, I don't know what's going on anymore. Like I'm reading this book like, oh, like having aneurysms, man. Like trying to figure out what the hell where.
Jesus.
I was like, we were in a barn, but now he's like talking to the lady. She convinced him to leave. He's like, okay, left his dad. Is his dad dead? Like we didn't know what the hell was going on. And then the show felt just like that.
Oh
The only thing that
man.
looked great in that show was the monsters. Monsters look great.
Yeah,
in
the
that show.
CGI was good. At least for that. No,
But
the magic didn't look good. You're right. The
yeah,
monsters look good.
just
Yeah.
the monsters. Yeah, because man, and the acting, bro. Anyway, they might as well just hire my ass. I would have done a better job. I would have played her better than she damn stop. But yeah, anyway, it's wild. It's wild to me. All right, let's go to Dungeons and Dragons. Oh man.
I'm sorry. I have Twitter scrolling just to see if anything pops up. And one of the guys I follow goes, the Warner Brothers panel for DC will literally just be Henry Cavill building a computer for a half hour. Because everyone wants him there. Yeah.
Panel they ever
That's
seen.
awesome. Oh
Yes.
man. Yeah, that starts in, I thought it was 1 o'clock. It starts in 10 minutes. It's actually 1:15.
You know how many ladies will be watching that and men?
We'll talk about that after I hear it. So I watched the trailer yesterday with my community. I was going through it. I couldn't put my finger on what the trailer reminded me of, but I don't know. Okay, so I know what Dungeons and Dragons is, I think.
Mhm.
I've never played it. Obviously my most exposure to Dungeons and Dragons has been Stranger Things. I still have to watch your stuff. But like that's been my most exposure. So is my question is the movie, so like the first thing I said is the way they like, as someone who doesn't know it, I was watching the trailer. I'm like, okay, cool, that's that person. That's him. Like Chris Pratt. I'm like, that last like line or two at the end, like I'm a planner. Is he supposed to be? What do they call the guy that creates everything and is the story, the lore master?
The GM, no.
So he's an actual character
He's a bard. He's
within.
a bard.
Okay,
It's a class.
okay, he's a class. There we go.
Yeah.
So now go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, people are pissed that he's a bard because all the bards out there are like, it's not a bard. Anyway, they were even like, what he wears not bard like. I was just like,
I think
oh, here we go.
someone in my
Here
chat
goes
was saying something about the girl, the little girl, not the little girl, but the
Sophia.
something like she shouldn't be able to do that
Oh, Sophia, Eleni.
because of her class. She shouldn't be able to turn into a man bear pig or whatever that was.
Moon,
Owl bear, yeah.
yeah, owl bear. I mean, you can turn into an owl bear. Why can't she? You
I
could be a
forgot what they
druid,
said.
owl bear druid.
Okay,
Well,
maybe that's what it was.
druid. Anyway,
Druid, yeah.
I mean, I don't know what level she is. I mean, I don't know. Does that even play a role? I don't know how to. I'll
Level
put it to you
up.
like this. I don't think Chris Pine is a decent actor. I just don't think he's Dungeons and Dragon material. I think
Okay.
he's a very big. It's like you were hammering nails all day, and you hit your thumb, and he popped up. Like he's the sore thumb of the whole cast. Michelle Rodriguez. Hey, I mean, it's Michelle Rodriguez. That girl look good. She can. There's controversy, so people are pissed that a brown woman is playing a barbarian, but I don't think in that cast anybody can do it better than she can. Michelle Rodriguez has always been tough. Okay, like
Yeah.
everything she's played in, she's always went that tough route. Ever since Resident Evil, she still was. She's always been the tomboy. She's always been the tough one, and she loves those roles. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even go as far as to say that she probably asked. They probably asked what classes you guys want to be, and
Okay.
you know what I'm saying. It would be interesting to me if they like showed them a different classes and say, okay, what classes out of these classes, which ones would you guys choose specifically as a role? Because I mean, they're not gonna make Sophia a barbarian. She's like a tiny. But anyway, Michelle Rodriguez is the barbarian. Chris Pine is
Bard.
a bard. Who else is in there?
Oh yeah, I got that.
Justice Smith is, I believe, a cleric and or a mage. I couldn't tell. They didn't put the classes. I'm just going about what I saw. He looked like it did. I think there's a bard, a druid, a cleric, a mage, or a wizard.
So
Or sorcerer,
yeah,
if you will.
this was from fandom. Chris Pine is the bard. Michelle Rodriguez is a barbarian. Regni Jean Page is a paladin. I don't
Oh, that's.
I don't know if
Paladin?
I never saw
Oh.
that guy. Sophia
One of the silver
Lillis
armor.
is Druid. No, there's another character here that I don't know if he was in the trailer or not, so I'm not gonna bring him up.
Justice Smith.
No, and then Justice Smith is a sorcerer, it says.
Oh, he's talking about Hugh Grant.
Yeah, Hugh Grant. Yeah, Hugh Grant is a rogue, it says.
Okay, so wait, what?
Yeah, I have it from fandom saying Hugh Grant is
doesn't
a
even
rogue.
look like a rogue. He looked like a sorcerer or something. Anyway, whatever. Okay, whatever. I man, we don't have that many Dungeons and Dragon movies, and I don't think any of them were successful. Besides, they were all sucky. So I believe if people are going to go in with low expectations, it's going to be great. I don't like Chris Pine as the comic relief. I just don't think that's good. I think Sophia's going to do really well. What else was Sophia? And I just remember her eyes, bro. She has like the most. No, not Sophia.
Like when I first, yeah, the
Wait.
druid, right?
Is it Sophia? No, it's not Sophia.
Sophia Lillis
No,
is the
no.
druid.
Chloe, it's Chloe. No, oh, it is Sophia. Sophia Lily. I was thinking about a different Sophia. Yes, she has very, very, very like.
When I first saw it, I said, "Is that the girl from Eternals?" But I don't think that's the same. I don't think it's the same
No,
girl.
that's the girl that played Miss Thang Thang that gave everybody a little bit of cut on it. You remember that?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
She has really pretty eyes. I'll just say that. I'm excited to see her. I think she fits in D&D. I mean, if there was any character that looked like they fit the most, it was her. To me, and just based off of outfits and the way she, presented herself in that. She's also played in some very interesting movies, so to speak. So I think she'll be fine. I think she'll do well. Um, I don't know, man. It's one of those movies where you either wait for it to come out on like Netflix or something, or you just go see it in the theater. I'll probably go see it in the theater because I just want to see how many nerdy ass people out there like me
Dressing up too.
exist.
I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, you like Dungeons and Dragons. You do
yeah.
stuff with D&D,
Every Friday for
obviously.
2 years, I've been doing Rhyme and the Frost Maiden, and that show's coming to an end, and I got another show starting on Monday. So it's just like I D&D is great, man. I haven't experienced it in person yet. Of all the stuff I've done is digital, and I'm like really hoping one day I can. I mean, if you need something that's a healing process, so people look at D&D as nerdy shit and like weirdos and stuff. Cool, we welcome it, but at the end of the day, it's very healing, man. Like you get to be someone else. You literally get to create someone else and be that person away from whatever dramatic lifestyle you have. And people go out there and do therapy. Some people play D&D. Some people like to escape and do that.
Escapism
You
is
know,
real. That's what you need in life
yeah,
sometimes.
D&D's been around since the 60s. So it ain't going nowhere. It's just gonna get even cooler. People start doing virtual D&D and all kinds of stuff like that when it comes to play. And it's not just D&D, it's tabletop RPGs in general, like Warhammer. It's been around for a long
Oh
time.
God, yeah, Warhammer's been around almost forever. It
Yeah.
seems like.
So it's just like, I mean, that's where World of Warcraft came from, and almost everybody in the world has at least touched that game once. So it's
What
you
did you
know
think of the
it,
Warcraft movie?
horrible. Hated that goddamn movie, bro. All I kept seeing was Ragnar Lothbrok run around. That's it. He was literally Ragnar Lothbrok in that movie. They must have been like, "Hey, we want you to play
This is
Ragnar in this
so
movie."
true.
He literally spoke the same way, stood the same way. Like literally, if you watch Vikings and watch Warcraft, that dude just changed out outfits and ran straight on set. That was it. Like there was I don't even think they gave him lines. I was ready for him to be like Floki, like I just ready for it. Um, but anyway, moving on. I think Dungeons and Dragons is gonna be pretty. I don't know if it's gonna be good, but I think it's gonna be a good time. At least I think a fun little movie.
I mean, watching the trailer, it looks like a fun action sci-fi adventure movie. Like
Yeah,
it's got magic, it's got all that other fun stuff, and like I was watching it and I was trying to feel. I feel like I got like a weird like National Treasure vibe from it, where they're going on an excursion to try to find something and do something. They made mistakes along the
well,
way, and he's kind of like the Nicolas Cage role, but I know it's like nothing near it. But I was like trying to put my finger on, like, I'm watching this trailer. I'm like, this is a trailer I've seen before. But
you
what
want to
movie
get
was it?
familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, then it all makes sense.
Okay.
I think that's going to be the hardest sell. Is that if people don't know Dungeons and Dragons, I'm pretty sure everyone knows what Dungeons and Dragons
Hmm.
is, but I don't think they know. They're gonna feel kind of weird. The one thing that I will say is this: there's a couple of things that are pros for this film. One, they're not going off of something that was already written in like a novel.
Okay.
Like they're not messing with legendary heroes like Drist and all of them from like the books that made D&D really big. R.A. Salvador type stuff. They're not touching that stuff. Thank God, because if they did, it'd be already done.
Rage.
This movie is going to be easy for them to write because Honor Amongst Thieves, I believe, is an actual campaign. Like you could get the book on Amazon type thing. It's like Rhyme of the Frost Maiden. If that's the case, this is interesting because if you're taking actual campaigns and turning them into movies, and the director is a big D&D lover or he has somebody there open, and you can just turn a campaign into a movie with graphics and sound effects and all that stuff, that's phenomenal. I think that's an amazing idea. But we'll have to see where that's going. But I think Honor Amongst Thieves, or is it Honor Amongst Thieves? Yeah, Among Thieves. I believe that's a campaign. I could be
Yeah, I
wrong.
mean, obviously, when you type that in now, everything is about the movie, so I'm trying to. What is Honor Among Thieves based on? Honor Among Thieves is based on a tabletop role-playing game, Dungeons and Dragons, which players about. Honor Among Thieves takes place in the campaign setting of the Forgotten Realm, created by the game designer Ed Greenwood in 1967.
Hmm.
Uh,
It may not. It may
uh,
not be. It may not be. But they may be. They may be taking some stuff from the book. Well, my point is that
there's no hard way to
there
put
are
it.
actually campaign books out there, like hardback books, like Rhyme of the Frostmaiden and stuff, where they can actually do movies like that. And I think that's the smart route because you don't need much material to get your mind jargon on how to make a movie successful, because they're basically, what happens is you get a dungeon master book and it gives you scenarios that you can put people in, and those people act it out and you go
Mm-hmm.
from there. If you write a story like that, it's a lie of the materials there. People are going to fall in love with it because they have already made their campaigns and run the story, right? They know how it ends for their people. You
Yeah.
can't spoil it because it's different scenarios. So that if they do that, that's when I say they have won D&D. And all it does is come down to the actors, actresses, the cinematics and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, that's
So
actually interesting. Yeah, you're basing not on a universe, you're basing it on a story or a campaign that's been told, and that
right, which
I
is
kind of
the
like that.
universe.
Yeah,
But you're not
it's
making up your own shit. You're just kind
yeah. I
of
mean,
like
if you
grabbing
if you bring it back to like comic books, you're basing it on
right.
a series, like a Court of
Right.
Owls or a
Yeah, yeah.
a Crisis on Infinite Earths or whatever it was. Obviously Infinity Wars. So okay, I got it. I got it. That's actually pretty cool
The big
then.
difference is that stuff is already written out, and then you have to pull from it and make your own
And it's
thing.
not based on like a Batman or an Iron Man. It's
Right.
this
This
universe and
campaign.
those characters. Yeah.
Right. So if it was like me, you, and like four other people, and I'm the dungeon master, like I have the book, you don't look at the book, and I'm like, all right, pick your class, pick your stat, roll your stats or whatever, and then I have four scenarios how to start the story. Let's just say, I can start you in a tavern, I can start you out on an adventure, whatever, and then I can just piece all that stuff together, and I can make a script out of it and make a movie. Like so. I really hope that's the way they're going about it because that would be dope.
Oh, actually, so
And
question about playing Dungeon and Dragon. Actually, so like you said, so this is a scenario: you're walking down the road, someone attacks you. What do you do? Or it's like
Mhm.
someone attacks you, and when
Yeah.
me as you as the dungeon master saying that me playing, do I like have a sheet and it's like A, B, C, or D, or do I just say I do this?
So this is how it happens. So the only person that has something in front of them that knows anything about the story is the dungeon master.
Okay.
And they typically hide the book, they sit behind
Yeah, it's
something or it's digital. And they'll say, okay, Matt, you and your group are walking down an alleyway. You've heard of a story that this alleyway have missing people. So you're
okay.
investigating it. Give me an investigation check for clues. And you would do a roll. And if you rolled low, you'd be like, let's say you roll out of 20, because most die go up to
D20.
20. Yeah. You'll be like, oh, I rolled a 10. I'd be like, well, your 10 is not high enough to notice something really good, but you do notice that this alleyway has a different feel to it, depending on your class. So let's say you're
Okay.
playing a paladin, you sense a evil, or you may sense a smidge of evil aura, but it could be wrong. It could be just smell of trash, something like that. And then when you're walking down, you notice that there's some shadowy figures, and be like, roll your stealth check, depending on how stealthy you are. And if you get there
Oh.
and you roll badly, I'd be like, you see the shadowy figure in front of you, but your roll was a natural one, which sucks. This is bad. This crit fail. You're surrounded by thieves, and these thieves have you surrounded. It's a surprise round. They're gonna get first attack, but I need you to roll initiative. That's what happens. The initiative means whoever rolls highest goes first. During the surprise round, they will go first.
Oh.
Then it'll go in order. So let's say you rolled a 19 on initiative, and you would go first. If nobody else rolled higher than you, which is like a 20, and then you fight it out. You have a sheet with your spells on it, or your weapons and stuff
So
like
where does
that, or
that
whatever.
come from? That comes from you. If I say I'm gonna be a rogue, here you go. This is your.
Right, yeah, that's before you plan
Okay.
before the
Okay.
story. You sit down with all your players and you ask them what do they want to play, and you make a character. You say, I want to call myself Nighthawk, and I want to be a swashbuckler rogue.
Arr.
You know, And I'm like, all right, cool. And then the next person will be like, I want to be a cleric, you know, and give me their name. And then you roll your stats, you roll your HP and all that stuff. And your stats can come out pretty shit, or it can come out good.
We're
But
yeah.
you level up just like any other RPG, you know, down the line. Like Dungeons and Dragons is the original RPG. You know,
Yeah.
that's where RPGs came from. And role playing games just typically you take a character and you have progression, you know. And so
Gotcha.
it's really, you get really into it, man. It's theater of the mind, and the better you are at improv or improvising, the better the story gets. The problem that a lot of people have, and I have it in my group right now, is that people don't know how to say I a lot. They say she does or he, third person. It lose the immersion. You know, you want to say, so if you did an attack, right, and you were about to do a finishing blow on somebody, instead of saying I'm going to attack this person, I hit them, nat 20 crit, and you kill them. Instead of it just being that and that's it, like my DM, he goes, whoa, and nat 20 as a crit, you kill them. How do you kill them is what he says. So you get to now live in your glory. You're like, I raised my
Ah.
sword to the sky and a lightning bolt hit it, and I slammed through with a smite and it decimated his innards or whatever. I don't know if I can know. And then you know it's very descriptive. And then but you see how you get immersed in it, so your mind starts visualizing it. The more descriptive words are, the more you become immersed in it. So to be even more immersed, people dress up. I know for some like home stuff where people have like a whole room dedicated to D&D, they have green screens around or something like that. Some people have cameras hooked up so the green screens behind them plays scenes like projectors as scenes of where they are.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Then when you're in a tavern, they'll change the scene to a tavern. They have steins for everybody, and everybody's drinking like mead and stuff while they're talking. Like that stuff, it goes ham, bro. Like,
That's nuts. But yeah, I
yeah,
mean, I get it. It's that's your thing.
there's comic, there's comic TTRPGs as well, where you play as an X-Men. You can literally make a TTRPG out of anything. You know, Cyberpunk is one of them. Cyberpunk was a TTRPG before it became a video game. You
Really?
know, yeah, yeah, it was made by a brown
Oh,
gentleman as well. Yeah,
cool.
Cyberpunk is a huge TTRPG. Vampire the Masquerade, TTRPG, all that stuff.
Oh,
But
wow.
anyway, yeah, yeah, it's a whole different world, brother. I'm telling you. And anybody out there listening, if you give it a chance, man. You know, D&D got a bad rap a long time ago because people always thought it was for losers and stuff like that. But those people needed an escape from bullying and all that stuff. And I mean, you know, most of you probably watch Stranger Things, and those kids get bullied.
Yeah.
You know, it's just how it was back in the 80s and 60s, you know, 60s through the 80s, whatever. But anyway, moving on. Yeah, ban that thing.
I know. I'm
Stupid
trying to hold on a second.
triggers every time you get down to 30 viewers or something.
Why can't I? I got
Just
it. I gotta
click
go.
on.
Yeah, I just gotta go to mod view. Easy
Yeah.
peasy.
All right, moving on. So,
Or not.
we stayed on there for a pretty long time. And Dungeons and Dragons, MCU panel, it's gonna be later today or already started. I can't remember. So check that out, guys. It's going to be a good one. I'm very excited for what MCU has in store. It's got to feel damn good to be able to plan 10 years out of where you're going to be in the comic book world when it comes to movies, because you know they're going to do well regardless if the movie's not a blockbuster or not. It's going to do well. People have been conditioned so hard when it comes to the MCU that people just go out and see them. I mean, it's just simple as that. Doesn't matter. um you know, and I'm surprised Love and Thunder is doing as well as it is. So uh
Yeah, for all the
next thing,
critics or
yeah,
like the fans or whatever, like raging. It's actually doing pretty well in the box office. It's not the greatest, but it's doing pretty well. I
right,
mean, Maverick is actually still climbing the ranks, but
yeah, yeah.
I think it's gonna be interesting to see if they talk about what the numbers look like first day or first week on Disney Plus. How many people are watching it? I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be higher or lower, but it's not a failure. It's not Ragnarok though.
Yeah, no. Of course not. And Ragnarok was during a different time. Again, we have pandemic really does play a role in no matter what people say. It plays a, I mean, it's
Oh
the
yeah,
reason why I'm
absolutely.
seeing it. If there was no pandemic, I'd be out in the movie theater every time a Marvel movie releases, like I was
Yeah.
before. But I'm not there right now,
Ah.
and that's how it is.
So
So
so um kind of jumping sideways to DC because the trailer is on right now. Not the trailer is on, their panel's on right now. One of the things that you haven't seen thus far, I believe, has been exclusive trailers to San Diego Comic-Con. The what do they call it? Gatekeeping.
Yeah.
And it looks like as of right now, DC is starting that boat, unfortunately. John Wick came out, all the Amazon stuff came out, Lord of the Rings, Walking Dead. So first up, interesting enough, was the Shazam film. And right now they're saying it's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive trailer, but let's see if it drops online. So I don't know if it's going to be a time thing or if they're actually going to show it and there and never show it again. Like, that's just stupid to me at this point.
DC, whatever convention, like digital convention thing they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Of all people that needs the most exposure to their movies is DC, so I don't know why they would do that. Marvel, I'd be like, oh, okay, it's Marvel, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But DC, you guys need exposure, bro. You don't have the right to block your shit off. Honestly, let's be real. Unless you're trying to protect yourself because one of your actors might do some stupid stuff, like I don't know, attack somebody at a karaoke. So I mean, maybe,
Oh,
maybe that's why they're holding it
Jesus.
off.
It's like in the day and age, it's stupid to do that. You're gonna piss people off. If you're showing it in front of people, they're gonna talk about it. It's probably gonna get leaked anyway, like Ahsoka and
Acolyte.
Mandalorian, right? Mandalorian season 3. It's like, so do you want people to watch it in like that bad of a light? Just put it out there, man. Like, have it out. You were okay, and it's okay enough to show it to the fans that are there. It's okay to show it to everybody. That gatekeeping stuff just sucks to me. It's the stupidest thing ever.
Especially during the pandemic, I don't know. I don't know why they would do it, but anyway, whatever.
Yeah, that's true too.
DC will do what DC does. Nobody can tell them anything. Hence why their movies are not doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, well, that's San Diego Comic Con like pre-coverage. If you guys find out information or something going on, yeah, go if it's online. Like, let us know what you think about them. Post about it. Feel free to visit our Twitter at the Comics Show. And post because we want to know what your thoughts are about some stuff. Other than that, yeah. I don't really have any. I think yeah, this show's not going to be too much longer at all, guys, because I think San Diego Comic Con was the big the big thing that's going on right now. But there are some new comic announcements coming out. Batman and Judge Dredd, which is interesting. Dark Crisis rebranded. My Hero Academia stuff is going ham right now. They got video games, movies, all kinds of stuff popping off right now for My Hero Academia. Is like
that battle royale. I can't wait to play.
I can't wait for that either. That looks amazing. That looks absolutely amazing.
Is it going to come out this? It's probably not going to come out this year. It's probably going to be a next year thing because they still haven't.
It may sneak up on us. Is it Konami?
Okay. No, isn't it Bandai? Bandai Namco? Namco Bandai?
Oh, it is Bandai Namco. So yeah, it might come out early next year if it's Bandai. They typically hold on to their stuff. If it was Konami, that should be dropping like December. Yeah, there's a lot of anime video games coming out as well. If you're into anime, Tower of Fantasy is coming out, we believe, next month. There's another one, I cannot remember the name of it, but it's going to be on mobile and PC as well. They all follow the Genshin Impact type of like vibe. So they'll do well because of that. These people love the Tower Fantasy is a gacha, just like Genshin Impact. It's just more open world MMO. So I think that's going to do really well. But other than that, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for today. Yeah, 1:30. We're going to try to stick to this 1:30 thing. If you guys have any questions or anything in the chat, make sure you drop it. If not, if you're in a podcast, make sure you guys come by and or send your questions to Twitter. We can always answer it and stuff. We can always we're starting to try to do a little bit more content for you all. So if you have questions, make sure you put it on the Twitter so we can do a video response. We can do those video response, throw it up on TikTok or throw it up on like YouTube shorts, stuff like that. Hello. We can always do that. So keep that in mind, everybody. We got a little bit of important stuff to do off screen. So we're gonna go ahead and probably end the show for today. Basically, we talked about San Diego Comic-Con and all the news that's coming out. Multiverses just released their early access. You get early access now if you watch any streamer that's streaming the game that has their drops on enabled. Make sure that you sync your accounts with the Multiverses website. If you're into platform fighters and you like comic books, well, You got a lot of DC comic books characters in there.
Oh yeah.
What else? What else? Dungeons and Dragons. We talked about that. We talked about the MCU. We talked about Walking Dead and all the good news just going on. If you haven't finished, you got your Disney Plus shows to watch, and we got some cool anime coming up. So if you have any of those things that you find or any indie comics, let us know. The Acolyte is going to be really awesome, by the way. Charles Soule was posting about that the other day. How excited he is. And if he's excited, I'm excited.
They just announced another actress signing, actually. Non-binary. What's her name? The lead actress, Star Wars Acolyte cast, the Hunger Games star Amanda. Oh no, Amadel Stenberg in a key role. Another female. This is gonna be. I'm excited for the Acolyte. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be something different, hopefully, and it's gonna be awesome.
And I'm gonna tell you, dude. There's something about female Sith in Star Wars that really get me going. Like
the Night Sisters,
Reva.
It's so good, man.
That stuff is really really good. And Darth Bane's successor, Xana. You guys gotta get into those books. They're great. Anyway, Ascendancy is good as well. So go read you some Star Wars novels and stuff. Most of the stuff, all the stuff that's now and coming out is canon. So get on that.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's gonna be it for us. Matt, do you want to tell them where you can find you and all that good stuff?
First off, Nighthawk Plays, play spelled with a Z. So you can check me out on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, pretty much everywhere you type in Nighthawk Plays. That's me. YouTube as well. Stream every day on Twitch under Nighthawk Plays. And if you're fans of Pokemon cards, I open up packs and give them all away on Wednesdays and Fridays. It's been a lot of fun. And yeah, it'll be fun to talk next week to see what goes on. Hopefully you'll be able to finish Ms.Marvel or Obi-Wan or something by then. I don't know. But I know we'll have a lot of stuff to talk about next week. Check us out on Twitter during today and tomorrow, because I'm sure we're going to be tweeting or seeing stuff that's happening now for DC and later on for Marvel. But that's me, Matt, aka Nighthawk Plays, and I look forward to chatting with all of you and hopefully seeing some of you during the week.
Yeah. And I'm Technique. Frank. You can find me on twitch.tv/Technique, twitter.com/TechniqueTV. Make sure you follow twitter.com/The Comics Show. Make sure you do twitch.tv/The Comics Show. That's COMMIX. We do a lot of great things here, and Comixology is really part of us as well. We're trying to make it more official, but just keep your eyes out on that and make sure that you guys, bring your comics, your ideas, your thoughts on the show, all that stuff here. Was really important because we're starting to do phase 2 and starting to build that out. So, pleasure having you all here. Thanks so very much for watching, and thanks for those who follow. Make sure you hit the follow button on the channel. It's for free. Doesn't cost you a thing. Turn notifications on for us. It's not like we go live every day. We go live on Saturdays unless there's something that's like extremely special that we're doing. So make sure that you guys hit that notification button. Other than that, we will see you all later. Have a great day, and thank you for joining us on The Mix. See you next time on the comics. Peace.
Bye.